Hello, dear viewer. Wow, 2 months without an upload. Look, I do have an explanation, but I can't tell you at the moment, but I digress. So you're probably wondering why I decided to make a video on how to animate Transformers figures through stop motion. Well, in the words of Doc Brown, I figured, what the hell? So let's begin with this one that took way too long for me to make. And before you guys sound off in the comments saying, "But that's a G1 style figure, why would you try to make the transformation look realistic?" I don't have anything to prop the figure up. And this was my first attempt. I did good for a first attempt, in my opinion. Yeah, the frame rate's a tad inconsistent, the light's too bright on the side, and in frames 49 and 50 you can see my hand propping Gigawatt up. But stop motion is usually trial and error. I'll admit there is room for improvement, but I think this was a good first attempt, and I don't have a rig or figure stand, so my hand being in the shot is more or less excusable, but I digress. If you're going to watch this to try and learn stop motion, I might as well try and tell you how. So for some figures, it's a good idea to execute 2, 3, or even all of the steps at the time. This can work with some of the G1 figures, some Studio Series figures. But before you try something like this, I recommend building yourself a rig or buying a figure stand, so that way you're not propping your figure up with your hand, and you won't have to figure out some kind of way for them to just stand up in a really awkward way. Now, executing the transformation steps as the instructions instruct you to do one at a time works, and it's not too bad. Though I do have a word of advice. If you're going to transform something like Nest Bee, try having it facing towards the camera with the legs out of shot. You should fully transform them while they're off screen. It's made believable because it happened off screen in one take, and the brain fills in the rest. And a quick heads up, I executed multiple steps at once for this alternate transformation. See what I mean? Like, take a look at this blatantly stolen footage of Cyclonus backflipping into his transformation. The nose cone bit is fully transformed in one take and made believable because the part was obscured by the feet. Only the parts that The only parts that transform are the parts out of view. So in short, if you don't have to show some parts of the transformation, then don't. Just use a little bit of visual trickery. Though I'm still an amateur at stop motion, so if you want some better tips, maybe look at some other guys' Transformer stop motion tutorials on YouTube. But with that being said, thank you for sticking around. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading recently. I got a retail job and I've been dealing with the death of Jason David Frank. Well, sorry to end on a bit of a depressing note, but bye.